China is blackmailing India again. It has halted the supply of specialty fertilizers. No one knocks on a door in the dark, but some shocks aren't heard through walls. They echo through the soil of the fields. When India's land lacks nutrition, farmers don't stay silent, they grow restless, they feel helpless. And this time, their distress isn't due to rain or sowing issues, but because of China. Yes, the same China that earlier disrupted the supply of rare earth minerals has now silently struck India again by stopping the supply of specialty fertilizers. No official announcement, no warning, just a quiet halt in shipments. The question is, why does China hold such a grudge against India? And does India have any alternative left? This is no longer just a trade issue. It has now become a matter of food security and national strategy. Today, we'll dive deep into this issue. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our latest updates. Now, without further delay, let's begin today's discussion. In an agriculture-dependent country like India, fertilizer isn't just a chemical, it's a lifeline. Farmers use specific types of fertilizers to enhance the quality of fruits, vegetables, and high-value crops. These are known as specialty fertilizers. And shockingly, 80% of their supply still comes from just one country, China. That very China is now tightening the supply chains for India. Reports reveal that for the past 2 months, China has halted factory-level inspections for fertilizer shipments bound for India, without which goods legally can't be exported. When one country starts pressuring another's agricultural backbone, it's no longer regular trade, it becomes a silent war. What's more alarming is that China continues to supply these fertilizers to other countries, but for India, it has created an unofficial ban-like situation. According to an Economic Times report, many major Indian importers haven't received a single consignment of specialty fertilizers from China in over 2 months. This crisis isn't just about supply, it's about strategic balance, where one country is trying to exert pressure on another by targeting its agriculture. If India is currently undergoing nutrition-based agricultural reforms, then this disruption threatens not just trade, but also farmers' incomes and the nation's food security. Rajiv Chakrabarti, president of SFIA, Soluble Fertilizer Industry Association, explains that China has been gradually tightening its control over this sector against India for the past few years. Initially, it partially restricted supplies, but now it has almost completely disrupted them. What's noteworthy is that all of this is happening without any official government notification or ban, a silent warfare where no bullets are fired, but trade arteries are being choked. This clearly indicates that China aims to strategically weaken India so that it can influence Indian policies through trade pressure. It's now crucial to understand what exactly specialty fertilizers are and why India needs them so much. These include water-soluble fertilizers, WSF, liquid versions, micronutrients, biostimulants, organic varieties, and nanotypes. These fertilizers are more effective than conventional ones because they provide targeted nutrition to crops, improve soil quality, and reduce environmental harm. They are used in smaller quantities to achieve greater impact, leading to higher yields for farmers and higher quality produce in the market. According to data from the Fertilizer Association of India, FAI, India imports between 150,000 to 160,000 tons of specialty fertilizers every year between June and December, and 80% of that comes solely from China. So when China suddenly halts shipments, it's not just a trade crisis. It becomes a direct attack on food security and agricultural productivity. This disruption in supply doesn't just affect farming, it impacts the entire value chain, including food processing, exports, and farmers' incomes. But the crisis doesn't stop there. Experts say that India's domestic production of these fertilizers is very limited, as demand was previously low and production costs were high. As a result, local manufacturing units could not remain financially viable. Now that demand is rising sharply, China has choked the supply, leaving India dependent on foreign resources. The impact is felt most by small farmers, who rely heavily on these fertilizers to increase yield with limited resources. FAI estimates that India's micronutrient fertilizer market could surpass $1 billion by 2029. The biostimulant market is expected to reach $734 million, and the organic fertilizer sector could grow to $1.13 billion by 2032. These figures show immense potential in this sector, but without access to raw materials, that growth will remain incomplete. That's why India needs to create and implement a long-term strategy to boost domestic production in this critical area. Now the question is, what can India do? Can it remain dependent on China alone? The answer is no. India does have options, but they require immediate and decisive action. The first option is import diversification. India can import fertilizers from countries like Jordan, Europe, Israel, and South Korea. But the biggest challenges are time and volume. Rebuilding a supply chain takes time, and agriculture in India cannot be paused in the meantime. That's why urgent improvements in logistics and new trade agreements are essential. The second option is to boost domestic production. Indian companies like Deepak Fertilizers, Paradeep, and Nagarjun Fertilizers are already active in this sector, but they need investment, policy support, and technological assistance. The government should offer them schemes like PLI, production-linked incentives, so they can replicate China's supply system domestically. If implemented properly, India can become self-reliant within the next 5 years and even emerge as a global supplier. The third option is policy and diplomacy. India must raise this issue at the WTO or through bilateral trade negotiations. If China is troubling India without any formal ban, it violates fair trade practices and can be challenged under international rules. This could create moral and global pressure on China, discouraging it from using such one-sided tactics again.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.